Well, boys, it's taken us about 2 or 3 years to finally do this. After weeks and days of speculating about doing a podcast, we finally set up one. Give ourselves a round of applause, everyone. It's absolutely fantastic stuff.
Fantastic.
And as you can probably tell by the title, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Picture Podcast. This is what we've decided as a collective unit that we're going to do going forward. Before we get into what this is about, you'll find us on Twitter @_ the big picture. Same with Instagram. You'll find us on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, pretty much anywhere you can get podcasts. We are bloody well on it. So there's no reason for you not to subscribe, not to listen. We'll provide you with the best content we can, and we sure hope you can enjoy it. Now, you've came in, you're thinking, what exactly is the big picture? I'm going to tell you what the big picture is. We have all got ideas and stuff that we've came together and thinking, how can we do this better? So each episode will have a topic, and we will all give our suggestion on how to make it better. If there was a sequel to something, how we would do the sequel. Pretty much a game, a movie, a TV show, sporting events, anything that you want changed, we will do our best to try and change it. Obviously, we've already got ideas of our own, and we'd love for listeners to even tweet us or DM us on Instagram or leave comments or whatever and let us know what you would like to have big pitched. But now you've got the gist, the kind of idea. Introduce you to the mainstays of the Big Picture Podcast first. The man that's not stopped battering on about doing this probably since the moment I've met him. He's been the most keen. He's been ready to go, and I can probably tell he's absolutely buzzing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Adam Berkiewicz. How are you doing, Adam?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for that intro, Jack. That was great. As Jack says, I've been so passionate about this topic. I know in my head I've got lots of things I love to say, and I just want a platform for people to hear them and to join in and start a conversation. That's what I'm all about. I met Jack at uni, and we've been fast friends ever since. And I'm just ready to get going.
So I always say this is something that you've been quite passionate about for some time. Even just we've been speculating different ideas about doing a podcast. Or we just been saying we all might just do one in games, might do one in sport. We've kind of covered every kind of aspect we possibly can by not limiting ourselves to like kind of one genre. What made you feel that this was the right time to start doing this, as for the boys to kind of continue?
Well, I think we've all had a lot of time on our hands recently. For any listeners that don't know, and I mean, if you don't know, where have you been living? We're in lockdown right now. We've all got a lot of time on our hands, and for that makes it the best time, practically to start this. But I just think we've all matured. We've all had 4 years at uni. We've all learned. We've all refined our opinions, and now it's time to just tell them to the world.
And tell them to the world we will. Now, before I move on to the other panels, Adam, one question. What's the one topic that you're most passionate about that you want to give the biggest pitch for to make it better for the world to watch, play, or listen, whatever you think?
I guess for me, the thing I want to talk about thing I'm most looking forward to is the topic that inspired us always to start this. It was a heated discussion about the game Destiny by Bungie that really got the blood pumping, got our minds going, and I think for me that's when I want to just tear down, start it again, and I think we could do a better job, if I'm being honest.
No, you think we can do a better job. That's why we're here. We're doing this. So next I'll go on to our next esteemed member of our panel, Shettleston's finest man it's ever been. He'll sure as hell, if you square up to him, he'll knock you out within 2 seconds. It's Lewis Jameson. Lewis, welcome to the Big Picture.
Wow, what a very threatening welcome to the world. I really hope that people take that seriously.
So Lewis, tell us about how come you want to be part of this podcast. What led you to think that we can do the world a service by providing the big picture?
Right, well, I'm not saying we have the best ideas, but we have the best ideas. And the way that the world's going with how they decide to do things, it doesn't fly with me, it doesn't fly with us. So we're going to fix some of the biggest problems facing media today. And that's our goal. And that's why I think this needs to start.
Yes, it's that the world has literally been asking for the five of us to get into the podcasting realm.
Specifically as five.
Yeah, like this, it's been a message from the gods since day one, since we were going to uni. Now, same question as I asked Adam. What is it that you're most passionate about that you want to provide the biggest pitch to? You think they can ultimately be better for everyone?
Well, I know Adam mentioned Destiny, and I have my very strong opinions on that piece of garbage. But the chief thing that I'm concerned about in gaming specifically is this microtransaction sort of motif that everything seems to be going on, this pervasive gambling and almost predatory stature that people have taken, specifically EA. We can see what they've done with things like Battlefront. Some other games have been coming out. We can even look at Apex right now, one of the biggest games is going. And right now they have an event where you have to spend £45 of your own money just to get a skin. Now, to me, that's travesty, and that needs to be solved.
It could be. You could even break that into further, like free-to-play gaming. It's not exactly ever going to be free because there's always going to be the temptation of putting in your own money to get these cosmetics that ultimately mean absolutely nothing. But that could be a topic we can go on for ages and ages and ages. I'm sure it's one that a lot of people would want to listen to, especially considering like one of the kind of the big factors in microtransactions right now is Ultimate Team by EA. It's like the amount of money that's you're tempted to put into just to even stand a chance of competing against other folk casually is pretty ridiculous. But thanks for bringing us that option, Lewis. We'll no doubt get into it at some point. We'll go on to our other member here, Stuart Fitzgerald. He was one that was in our uni course, left our uni course, decided to still kind of hang about. Do we still want him to hang about? I'm not sure, but he's here anyway. Stuart, welcome to the big picture.
You ain't getting rid of me.
No, we tried.
I'm a namestay here.
Obviously, we've been the kind of oldest pals of everyone going to college together. Obviously, we weren't in the same group, but you know there was always the mutual respect of kind of memes and patter. And now here we are, 6 years of friendship. We're finally talking to each other on a Skype call. Are you happy to be here?
I am exactly. So this is a message for the kids all over there. If you have somebody that you know is going to hit it big, you just weasel your way in there, right? You'd be one of those little fish that just swim along underneath the sharks, right? You just be living in their shadow because you'll be famous by proximity. That's what the big hope of this podcast is for me.
Well, I don't know whose coattails you'll be higher on, myself, Adam, Lewis, or our next unnamed member. We'll get on to him in a wee second. No spoilers here. But Stuart, obviously we've all got our kind of own ideas that the pitch. I'll say mine at the end. Obviously, Adam's came in with Destiny. Lewis has got microtransactions, something that he feels pretty passionate about. What do you want to big pitch the most for this podcast?
Well, I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, because I hate video games. This is it. They can be better. All right, and movies. I am just a small town girl, living in a lonely world, and we have all decided that we could do a better job handling games and movies and TV shows better than any developers, any producers than they ever could. We just have some opinions and some ideas that we felt weren't good enough to actually pitch to anybody in the business as much as we try, but they were perfect to pitch to complete strangers on the internet. So here I am along with everybody else here.
Just as well this isn't going up on YouTube, or else after that the Journey's lyrics would get demonetized straight away. And
no association with Journey.
Yeah,
we don't worry. Dream big, sky's the limit, and all that. Ain't that right, James Williams? Yeah. So
we'll edit him in later.
Our last and final member of the big picture. This a man. He's literally the Highlands' most famous person that I know. He knows the Highlands so well that he himself even calls it the Highlands because it is the one, the only. It is the Reese Cook. Round of applause. Reese, welcome. Well, you've made it into the podcasting world. How do you feel about being here?
If the world needed one thing, it was 5 white guys in a podcast.
It's not wrong.
And I'm so glad that everyone got their first name, but I got my full name and location. You know,
I mean, I can go further and I'll Google Maps your flat.
Yeah, put Reese's
Love the
PO
cheap
box up.
attitude.
That's right. Your suggestions and complaints.
Oh, fan mail, please send to Reese Cat. So obviously, this is. It's safe to say that maybe you're not as into the kind of repitching of games and whatnot, but the specific kind of the scope of what we're able to do, we can cover like sports, we can cover like football, golf, rugby, it can be whatever. That led you to kind of join in with this. Like that's kind of gave you an extra avenue to explore with what you would like to change in the world, pretty much.
well, yeah. Unlike Stuart, I actually don't think that I would be the better than game developers, producers. You know, I have good ideas. I think I have great ideas, but I think, you know, the gaming industry is on the up. I think films have been getting significantly worse over the last decade or two. But yeah, I don't think I'm at the forefront of the game development, but I definitely have some great ideas of how media could improve and how the world could perceive gaming and videography differently in general.
You're a dreamer, Reese, and that's why we love you. You know, it's what we all want. Some of you may have reckoned, Jack Graham. Where's that voice? Where have I heard that voice from? I'm also on another podcast. I am on Eat Sleep Suplex Retweet.
He needs to plug himself.
So if you have recognised me, maybe you even came from there, and I'll plug this somehow in some way. I'm not sure how I'll be able to, but I'm damn sure I'll find a way. And you've came from this avenue, and welcome. If you're so happy to be hearing me on 2 different podcasts and so many platforms, it's what the world has literally asked for. I've had tweets, I've had DMs. People just want more Jack, and well, I'm giving it to you. And the one thing that I want to big pitch the most, something that's been quite close to my heart, and if you don't know me well enough already, it's safe to say that I am a big fan of pirate stuff. Anything with the pirates, I absolutely love. And for the absolute shambles of a game that Sea of Thieves is, I'm pretty sure I can book it better. I can make it a better game. That's what I want to do. Obviously, the boys are laughing because I've tried to maybe get them to play it 3 or 4 times, and each time it's been absolute shambles. Be it a mission that's taking 3 hours because we don't know how to read a map. Be it there are no missions at all. You know, it's something that I think I can change for the better, and I bloody well look forward to it. And if you stay tuned to our socials, which I plugged at the start, @_the big picture, we'll be revealing shortly what our first episode is going to be on. Will it be one of the ones we've been talking about here? Will it be something else? You've just got to tune in, you've got to find out. But please, whatever we tweet us back, share us, let everyone know your thoughts on what you want to see big pitched. Just even give us show ideas, and we'll be sure as hell to do it. But obviously, thank you very much for listening. Thanks to the boys for coming on. We're going to start something special, and we can hope we can make a real go of this. And Adam, thanks for appearing on episode 0. I'm sure you'll be on many, many more.
Thank you.
Lewis, same again. Thank you very much. You're a most valuable addition to the big picture.
Well, I appreciate that, and I look forward to resolving the world's issues through, as we said, 5 white guys on a podcast.
Stuart, same as them. Thank you very much for joining us on this.
You're very welcome. We have some good ideas for some terrible games and movies coming up, and some hot takes that may surprise you. So hopefully you stick around, because remember, there's one thing this industry needs: it's more hindsight.
Suicide Squad, a good movie? ?
Oh gosh.
Oh God, no.
Reese Cook, thank you very much as well for joining us. You'll also be a valuable addition to the team, and I'm sure we can all bring a unique aspect into what we want to big pitch. So thank you very much.
Yes, thanks for reminding everyone what my second name was again. Thanks for asking me what my big pitch would be. I'm really glad I got my point across.
You know what? Well, fire it in now. There you go. Bring it in.
I would just like to talk about the esports scene. I think that a lot of people don't consider esports a sport, and I actually and there's scientific evidence to suggest that esports is, I wouldn't want to say harder than most sports, but it's definitely difficult, and I'd like to discuss this further.
Yep, that's right. We're bringing science into this podcast. I'm sure that's got everyone riveting about listening to the next episode now.
What kind of scientific evidence are we talking about here? Because I've seen some YouTube videos, and they produce some interesting points.
YouTube is obviously the forefront of science, and that is probably where most people would get their scientific evidence from. So I'm glad that you brought it up.
I mean, I know I do.
So on that note, thanks everyone for listening. Stay tuned. You'll hear us again soon, and we'll be giving our big pitch for our next episode. Thanks all. Catch you later.